very good day, afternoon, evening, or other time appropriate greetings to you folks here on Speed Gaming 2. Welcome to the Metroid Prime Randomizer 2020 tournament. We are in the middle of the top 8. This is the second round of the winner's bracket. We have DiggleWrath and Interslice facing off today. Standard tournament settings with a personal request from Diggle to hope that the seed generated today has a lot of garbage in it for some reason. But, I guess that's been a recurring trend over the course of this tournament. I'm Captain ND13, and I do have to apologize in advance. I'm essentially dual rolling today, so I'm working tracking and comms, so if I miss anything, by all means, feel free to @ me. But if anybody is curious, the seed was generated by Lokir, and we are off. Let us begin. First order of business is going to be the all-fabled SJF trick, both runners getting it with minimal difficulty, and our first item is a suit. Gravity. Interesting. Well, early gravity, that's going to make him start thinking frigate early, but they don't have to worry too much about it just yet. That looked like an energy tank under the ship. But that does mean our first missile launcher or otherwise item leading to it, well, it always will be at Hive Totem, to be fair, but that does mean we are done with our first Talon dive. We'll get a look at what is in our 3 of our main plaza checks here. As of late, especially, the game seems to like, actually, of the last 2 rounds in particular, was that another suit on the grapple ledge? I did not see half pipe or vault ledge, but yeah, I think that's another suit. And I believe that might have been morph ball bombs in the half pipe, but I'm not 100% sure, and I still can't see vault ledge. The Ruined Nursery having a missile. So we got a pretty interesting main plaza today. Uh-oh, Diggle getting pestered by bees. But Diggle will still be the first one to reach Hive Totem, but will he trigger the fight? Ooh, it is Space Jump, our first item on Hive Totem. So that does put all 3 of the visible main plaza items into logic, as well as Ruined Shrine's pedestal item. They may also check the item on the top of the half pipe as well. So that opens up a couple more checks for them at the moment. Now it should be noted that the upper Ruined Shrine half pipe item is not in logic. I still didn't see vault ledge, but that is bombs indeed on the half pipe. And the vault ledge is Wave Buster. That would explain why I couldn't see it. And I was mistaken. It is Morph Ball on the main plaza grapple ledge. And so Diggle's going to go right back to go get the first missiles, which are in Ruined Nursery today. How about that for a change of pace? Missiles can be pretty late. In this case, they were locked behind Hive Totem Space Jump and Main Plaza Morph Ball. And Main Plaza Morph Ball bombs. All Main Plaza items that are visible can be picked up via Space Jump in these settings. And it looks like another missile in Ruined Gallery Tunnel, and Wave Beam in Ruined Gallery Rock Face. And Diggle is going to immediately go and check Vault, although he's been getting pestered a little hard by the insects. So is Interslice, is actually a little lower on health than I'm sure they both like to be comfortable with. But they get a vanilla energy refill in Transport Access North. And Interslice electing to follow suit here, following Diggle into Vault. Again, it is regular tournament settings, so there are no random elevators. And it looks like the Vault has additional missiles. Diggle having a little trouble scan dashing around Vault, but Interslice gets around but gets stuck in a wall. And Diggle getting that Wave Buster now. Looks like Interslice's next stop is to Ruined Shrine. They're both going to Ruined Shrine, actually. Pedestal item appears to be more missiles. Interslice electing to not actually pick them up. And valid. Simultaneous valid. And with Wave Beam, both of our runners will actually elect to check Tower of Light here. Although I do not believe they checked the... I blinked and I missed if they checked the upper Ruined Shrine item. I don't think they did. Missiles in the tower chamber. And Diggle partially falls down. And is electing to continue the effort to climb. Yeah, Tower of Light still hideously out of logic without both ball upgrades, and nothing of importance here. Tower of Missiles, as the community has so passionately called it. Interslice is still taking a little bit of time on this climb, so it would be more in his favor at this point to just blind check it, or not blind check it, but check it with the missile cutscene, but he elects to continue the climb anyway. But yeah, still not really... We have the mid-Chozo care package at this point, so we can, you know, do Zoid, we can do Flagra. I mean, we have Wave Buster, so we can even damage Flagra without, using the bomb slots. Not with these amount of missiles. And yeah, I think Interslice just remembered to check that upper item, but it is more missiles. But with missiles in tow, we can now go get our artifact hints, and we can go check Frigate Crash Site and Transport Tunnel B. We're probably going to see a roof cave check while we're at it. We might also see the out-of-bounds for Arbor Chamber. The run is indeed valid, Item Finder. It was in Ruined Shrine, in the morph ball, in the bombable tunnel. So let's have a look at Root Cave now, shall we? Diggle absolutely nailing the scan dash. Ooh, cutting a little close there with that jump. Looks like Interslice had no trouble with the scan dash either. And Diggle's gonna do the out of bounds to Arbor Chamber without bombs. Very nicely done. Picks up for his trouble a missile tank. Boring. Transport Tunnel B, on the other hand, is likely to sing a different tune. There's almost always progression in Transport Tunnel B. Case in point, there's Thermal. Thermal Visor, where are you on this tracker? There you are. Interslice, staying very hot on DiggleWrath's space jump heals right now. More Ice Beam away from good music. Yeah, although admittedly I like Early Talon's music as an ambient relaxation tune. Diggle electing not to pick up the energy tank under the ship yet and go straight for Artifact Temple. Now, I don't know how, I don't know about you folks, but Processing Center access has been notoriously present in these last few races in the top 8. We shall see if this trend continues with this match today. Oh, you were alluding to Frigate. Fair enough. And Interslice electing to pick up the energy tank first and check Frigate crash site before Artifact Temple. Couldn't really get the best view of what was in the Artifact Temple, but we'll get another look right now. It is Ice Beam. Fascinating. So I do believe that puts Frigate into logic. But it's a power bomb tank in the Frigate crash site. So that's Interslice's first power bomb. Diggle will inevitably pick that up, and he might actually think about doing Frigate sooner rather than later since he has the equipment for it. And we're getting our hints. Let's see. Main Quarry, Watery Hull Access, Dynamo, Fiery Shores, Life Grove, and Frost Cave. Alright. Life Grove's a little out of the way, but they're not all too bad. And the main quarry artifact has to be in the tree, so supers are required. Oh, quarry, excuse me, yes. Chad points out quarry, not plaza. Excuse me. Got my rooms mixed up. I thought I was getting better at that too. But yeah, main quarry, that's early mines to be fair. And we can actually get to main quarry right now if we just go through Frigate. But I don't think it's in logic without Spider Ball. The one that ended in access was Watery Hall access. Diggle's power bomb. And Diggle is making... He might just make a Frigate crash site climb real quick. I'm gonna switch to Diggle's audio for you. Yeah, pretty much. 2 in Chozo, 1 artifact everywhere else. So the artifacts are very scattered today, but their individual locations aren't terrible. And that is Boost Ball. So now they can do bar skip. And Diggle is just going to go ahead and go straight through, actually with his current equipment, I do believe Life Grove is in logic. Oh no, in logic we still need Spider Ball, excuse me. Even still though, both of these runners, I would wager, are more than competent enough to get Life Grove without Spider Ball. Interslice gonna get the hints as well now. Yeah, runner skipped out on mid-Chozo, so that might be, it could be either upper Dynamo or lower Dynamo. Either way, Spider Ball is required anyway since Life Growth has an artifact. It's actually a card required anyway since it's logically needed for Impact Crater, I think. You folks in chat can by all means correct me if I'm wrong on that. And never mind, there's Spider. So now Life Growth is in logic. They're gonna have to wait out on Biohazard Containment though, since that needs Super Missiles. Interslice has elected to go into Chozo from Frigate Crash Site. And he is going to check Hall of the Elders. This is in logic anyway, so with Ice Beam in tow, so this is perfectly fine. Let's see what the story is with Biohazard Containment here, shall we? Diggle may, it is possible to peek this item from very good positioning, just looking from the side. It's something unique. That did not look like a missile. I'm gonna need another look at that. Cue the playback. It was not Plasma Beam. It was... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to triple check the playback at an opportunity. You know what? It was yellow, so chat points out, yeah, that's probably Grapple Beam. Interesting spot for it for sure. Meanwhile, Hall of the Elders is just some more missiles. So this is looking to be a pretty stacked frigate. We'll see what the Hydro Access Tunnel has for us. So we're really not looking for much for Go mode. We're looking for 2 suits, 1 beam, and super missiles. That's it. Correction. 2 suits and 1 beam. Right back to Biohazard Containment Diggle goes. My goodness gracious. So yeah, Diggle's gonna go back for what we assume is Grapple. Missiles in Lower Furnace. I didn't see what was in Upper Furnace. Are you kidding me right now? Plasma and Biohazard Containment with supers right under the mat. Well, everybody who wanted to, who was guessing Plasma and Biohazard Containment, you finally got your wish. But yeah, this time we are currently only looking for Varia Suit and Phazon Suit, and Phazon Suit could literally be, almost anywhere right now. The only place that is still logically locked out right now is everywhere past MQA. And including MQA. By logic, of course, but that's logic. To these two? Nah. Interslice electing to go to Zoid now, continue the mid-Chozo dive. It's just unfortunate that, especially with Gravity and Space Jump, the sea was literally screaming frigate. Especially with Boost. It was expecting you, though, to go all the way through Chozo to go to Farchozo to get Boost Ball in Overgrown Cavern. Phazon Suit can be everywhere except one room, and that is Phazon Mining Tunnel. Logically, we're still missing X-Ray for OP and MQA and beyond. To MQA and beyond. No, I'm kidding. Well, looks like it appears to be Life Grove of Missiles. We do know that the last diamond here is the other artifact. Or is a artifact, rather. We've had 2 artifacts in Life Grove before, though, too. It's been pretty funny. We've also had, like, double Dynamo. We've had double, Has it been double Watery Hall at one point? Not sure. And both runners picking up their first artifact. Diggle's movement. Both players have had pretty spectacular movement so far today. Which is funny because Diggle was saying in the Discord how he actually forgot the race was today. He thought it was tomorrow. But he's put together quite an astounding showing despite that. And the artifact is in Upper Dynamo. Watery Hall, its pedestal only has a missile. And another missile. So, yeah, Interslice finding not much but missiles. He's racking 70 maximum missiles right now compared to Diggle's... How much does he have right now? 50 missiles? Yeah. And now Diggle's gonna do the mid-Chozo checks and find nothing. Besides the one artifact. So, we've got a little bit of downtime here. We can just discuss what has happened in the past 10 minutes with that stacked frigate. So we had Spider Ball, Supers, and Plasma Beam. So that is one of the most stacked frigates I've ever seen. Oh, chat brings up a good point. Diggle can also add in Elder Chamber with this check. Because he does have Plasma Beam. And Interslice can do Variolous Magma Pool. The item inside, just a missile. Training Chamber access, even more missiles. And Training Chamber, even more missiles. So, yep, missile ruins here today, folks. Ooh, Interslice did not get that dash, and he's got to book it out of here fast. But does make it, albeit somewhat closer than he'd probably like for comfort. The artifacts are pretty spread out. The one Interslice picked up was from Watery Hall access. The one Diggle picked up was from Life Grove. We've got one in Upper Mines, one in Fiery Shores. One in Fendrana, excuse me. So yeah, they're spread out, but the items so far have been pretty good for Diggle because he chose to route in Frigate very early because the seed was screaming it with Gravity Suit, Thermal, and Space Jump, and Wave and Ice. But missiles in Elder Chamber and Crossway, so absolutely really, this far Chozo dive had absolutely nothing. Like, not even an extra power bomb tank. It was literally only missiles and, I think, one energy tank. Alright, getting a better look at Upper Furnace. It is more missiles. Folks, I think it's time to go to, you know what? It might be time to go to Mines. Because we can do a lot in Mines right now. We could actually go all the way down to, we could go all the way down through, MQB. Diggle could, at least. But Interslice is now making the play to Frigate. He's going to see that this ultimately was the correct move. Probably going to be kicking himself just a tad bit. I gotta confess, I did not think it was plasma and biohazard containment. I thought for sure that the item was not pulsating with the correct blow for plasma beam, but clearly Prime has proven me wrong. Oh, Diggle's getting pinned by Zoid. Ooh, that was a bad time to get pinned. Sun Chamber is enabled for this race. We could very well have both suits on Flogger and Ghosts. That would be the day when we have two suits on Flogger. Spider Ball for Interslice. Unfortunately, it sounds like Diggle had a fairly less than desirable Zoid. So I think Interslice's Zoid was a tad bit better, so... Not that... Actually, all things considering, because Diggle's going to effectively end up full clearing Chozo here, just like Interslice did, I think it's going to end up being that both runners are going to meet up in a bit. They're actually not going to end up... Diggle's not going to end up having as profound of a lead as initially over Interslice. Yeah, the artifacts are not cursed, but they're spread. Not as bad as Go Mode Supers on MP. Yeah, no, Supers were... Interslice is going to get Supers in Hydro Access Tunnel. He's probably going to go right back for Biohazard Containment. He should be going back for Biohazard Containment. Varia on OP would be pretty disgusting, though, to be honest. And Diggle actually does have, Diggle does still have an advantage here over Interslice because with Spider Ball in tow, he is going to be able to pick up the Upper Dynamo artifact immediately. And yep, Interslice has turned around and is going right back for Biohazard. There are no GAs for today, DMATs. Ooh, Interslice did get Plasma, but he's getting pestered real hard. He's down to 29 energy. He's cutting this very close, but it looks like he's trying to walk back out of Frigate backwards. Yeah, finally Plasma and Biohazard. Too bad the keys to it were literally past the door. I would call it the key under the mat, but in this case it was the key in the hat. Okay, Interslice is now going in the direction of Life Grove. He still has to be very careful with his health right now. And he is getting Prime 1 dropped so badly. That was a weird flash there. Yeah, Diggle, you don't have Area Suit yet. Oh boy. Yeah, Interslice playing Daredevil's Delight here. And there are no energy tanks in sight here. Diggle electing to play it very safe with the Scarabs. Makes sense. Scarabs are probably the deadliest enemy in Metroid Prime, despite other dangerous enemies. Yeah, that's pretty much it, Loki. We're down to Flogra or Mines. And it looks like Diggle's just trying to get a drop on the field to attempt Variolous Magma Pool again. He went back to the Scarabs for a PB drop. I mean, makes sense, because, yeah, both runners are only currently running on one power bomb. Wow, Diggle getting the dash back very expertly. While Interslice picks up the Life Grove artifact. Can Variasuit even be in plasma processing right now? Oh, that's right. Main Plaza... oh, wait, no, this did not have an artifact. I'm thinking Main Quarry again. My room's mixed. It could absolutely have... Oh, my goodness. Oh, through Workstation, so they'd have to go down to PPC, which they could do. But let's see where Diggle's going. He went back to Talon. Alright, so we got some downtime for a couple of minutes here as runners are making their way around back to their next destination. So I want to talk about how Diggle and Interslice got here. DiggleWrath fought and won over Lane, while Interslice fought and won over Gunner to get to this position in round 2. The winner of this race will go on to face Uncle Reggie in the semifinals, while the loser of this race will go on to face the winner of Elias Thompson versus Weakest Link 64. That race will take place tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. on SpeedGaming 2. Alright, Interslice is going back to Farchozo, probably going to check Elder Chamber and grab the Dynamo artifact. And it looks like Diggle is... Let's see what he does here. He's probably going to climb Frigate Crash Site to go to Great Tree. Because, yeah, he has absolutely no business being in Chozo at this point. He's pretty much full cleared the whole place. And indeed, Interslice is just going ahead and wrapping up the Farchozo checks, having a little difficulty getting out of Elder Chamber. That race is indeed tomorrow afternoon, Elias. At least it should be. Yep, Saturday, October 10th. Varia could be in Phendrana. Through Workstation, we can get to the other Phendrana elevator. Right? Yeah. And we can pretty much full clear Phendrana right now. I think the only check that's technically out of logic is Storage Cave and Security Cave, I think, logically need Grapple Beam, but these runners don't care about Grapple Beam at this point. But yeah, I would agree that Mines is probably the next best play. I'm sure they don't want it, there's a little spooked by it right now because they only have 2 energy tanks, and I would be too if I only had 2 E-tanks in a suit for sure. But it looks like that's what the seed wants them to do. And indeed, DiggleWrath is going to main quarry. He's going to go pick up the main quarry artifact, and we'll go from there. Interslice is actually not going to be too far behind Diggle when all is said and done here, because I think this is his last check before he inevitably has to make the same play. So, Interslice, yeah, the net time difference between Interslice and Diggle is really only about 5 minutes. But yeah, Interslice did lose time for having to double dip mid-Chozo. So, that is what gives DiggleWrath a fairly sizable advantage for the moment. Although, to be fair, since our runners are going to be trekking through Mines, unless Mines is barren, I can't really see much room for divergence for our runners at the moment. Unless the only thing that could really promote some divergence here is if Various Suit shows up before PPC. Because for now, both of these two are both going to just go and full clear upper Mines. If Diggle checked security access A. I don't think he did. I think he didn't check security access A. I don't know why he didn't do that. Oh, it looked like a missile? Fair enough. It was a missile in Storage Depot A. And Interslice is going to... Has he been to Root Cave already? I thought he had. Yeah, he has. He's going to Magmore without Various Suit. This is a, so he's going for the twin, the Fiery Shores, or the Twin Fires, rather, Scandash, or, Hell Run, rather. Alright, so I stand corrected. We do have some very significant divergence here as we get to just the 38-minute mark, and again, to reiterate, we are currently only looking for Various Suit and Phazon Suit. We are in a double suit go mode scenario. Interslice making it through with plenty of energy to spare. Will now check Phazon Elite. And it's more missiles. The icing on the cake here is going to be if a shiny missile shows up. But yeah, Interslice is electing to check Plasma Processing here. Again, this is in logic via Workstation, but if Various Suit or Phazon Suit is here, Interslice is going to have a big advantage of just having that off his checklist already. Diggle will not be heading back in this direction for some time. Diggle politely asking Calvin to step aside. inside plasma processing, just missiles. Wah, wah. Upper elite research looked like missiles, I guess, because Diggle just saw it for a split second and zipped right by. Interslice looking through trying to peek workstation, which has missiles. So yeah, it does appear that either Phendrana or Mines is the answer, and it looks like Interslice is going to choose Phendrana. This makes sense, actually. Phendrana's a fully clearable area right now. Mines is mostly clearable, but except for MQA and beyond, without X-Ray. By logic, of course. Nothing in Storage Depot B. And Diggle is going further down. We'll see if he chooses to go all the way down to MQA. He could probably do MQA without X-Ray. And finally, after what feels like forever, a third energy tank has presented itself. Interslice getting the quarantine dash, but only gets a missile for the trouble. Is he going to fight Thardus? Answer. No, he's just gonna spider ball around. I do believe that is Ice Spreader in the ventilation shaft. Don't know if Diggle's gonna grab that, though. Yeah, it's definitely Ice Spreader. And he is not breaking out the power bomb, so he's not getting it. Or is he? Oh, no, he's going back out. So... not quite sure where he's going right now. I'm surprised he can just... oh, he's going to PPC. Never mind. But Interslice is going to go ahead and get the Frost Cave artifact. We actually can now acquire all of our Chozo artifacts at this point. Except Fiery Shores. Yeah, because that's the only artifact that we have not seen from both of our runners. Interslice has the Frost Cave artifact, while Diggle has the main quarry artifact. Unfortunately, Diggle having issues getting a power bomb drop here in PPC, which is unfortunately a very common occurrence. And another energy tank in PPC. I'm sure Diggle's not going to say no to it, but I bet you he'd like to have a suit by this point. And he's going to check PCA, but it's a vanilla energy tank. So it could still be Varia or Phazon on OP, but it's half dead already. Interslice is going to go ahead and just quickly check Storage Cave. Just missiles. And more missiles in Security Caves. So yeah, both runners, you know, despite the divergence here, making very wise and dense checks, but still not coming out with anything. I do believe the next stop for Interslice is going to be Gravity Chamber. And what is that? Is that another beam combo? No, it is X-Ray. Actually, it couldn't have been another beam combo because we have all the beam combos. Unfortunately, that X-Ray visor puts OP and the rest of mines into logic, so I'm sure Interslice doesn't want to see that, but I'm sure he does want to see that power bomb tank. And Diggle has gone to Magmore and is most likely going to also follow Interslice's footsteps and check plasma processing. So Interslice has built back up the lead that Diggle had over, or has recovered the lead from Diggle's initial advantages, all just because Upper Mines was barren. Although logically, Chad brings up a good point. We're still missing Grapple Beam by for OP in the logic, but even still, that's only Grapple, and the runners can easily live without that. And I do not believe that was a suit and research core. I think it was another power bomb. Oh, no, it's not even a power bomb, it's missiles. Switch on over to Interslice here. Yeah, so now all eyes are on Interslice here as we see the labs play. Research lab either capsule as an energy tank and an energy tank. So now our energy tank situation is starting to come to life, quite literally. We will see if Diggle decides to gamble Fardus here. That would be quite the gamble, but with Plasma Beam and a couple of power bombs, it can be done relatively cozy. Although, again, 2 energy tanks, not exactly brilliant. But it looks like he's gonna at least get the power bomb. But yeah, it looks like he's doing Farfin Drana first. Interslice really wanted that energy tank. I don't blame him. Flogger could absolutely be hiding both suits right now. Because we've had nothing in Magmore so far. Besides, no, just absolutely nothing in Magmore. Diggle is on artifact number 5. Still getting pestered by that Hunter Metroid. Ooh, there's Grapple. So now both suits can literally be anywhere. Phazon especially could literally be anywhere, except Phazon Mining Tunnel. I am sure that is not what Interslice wanted to see right now. But he does get the control tower skip. Nicely done. I don't know what we named that Hunter Metroid, Elias. I know it's the Metroid that is removed in PAL because it didn't make sense for it to be in a cold cave, except for the part where interesting pirate activity there. Alright, Diggle's on his way to Gravity Chamber, is going to be picking up X-Ray. Varia on PMT would be the most trollish thing ever and would officially confirm this into a Diggle seed. After initially looking pretty jet too, because at the time Diggle found Plasma Beam, we were only looking for suits for Go Mode, and we're still looking for suits for Go Mode. The Metroid's named Fred. Okay, thank you, chat. And what is in Research Lab Hydra? Whatever is Interslice just walked right by it, so can't be anything good. So both runners, thankfully, not going to have a visorless essence, and actually, they're going to end up pretty well packing some pretty good heat for Prime, for Exo, since they have Supers, Wave Buster, Flamethrower, Question Mark, and although Diggle did skip Ice Spreader, and he's probably not getting it at any point, there's really no good way to route that in. Vent Shaft is way too far out of the way. But yeah, Interslice is going out of labs. Well, Forsaken Angel, it does depend on which Fiery Shores. If it's the tunnel or the under the Chozo statue. If it's under the Chozo statue, they got to go up Monitor Station. I'm not sure. It does take damage resistance into consideration, yeah, and they only have one suit, so they're going to be taking almost full damage if they elect to do that. The last artifact, Elias, is in Fiery Shores. We're not sure where yet. The artifact that Diggle has that Interslice does not is Main Quarry. Phendrana Canyon? Missiles. I think. But yeah, Diggle's next pickup is going to be not Plasma, excuse me, Grapple Beam. Yeah, I think, unfortunately, Diggle, I imagine, was hoping that both suits would just fall on his lap in Mines, but unfortunately that is clearly not the case today. So, yeah, now it's, again, right now it's in Interslice's favor just because he does still have to go back to Main Quarry, to be fair, but he's already checked labs and stuff, so he's got a bit of a lead there. Yeah, that Aether Energy Tank was the trolling both runners today, Dark Zero. And Diggle is going to get the Control Tower Grapple. Energy Tank in the Shores Ice. I did not see what was in the tower, but Interslice is... Oh, he's looking at it. I couldn't see what it was. He's getting it. It is Varia. Varia suit in the Phendrana Shorelines Tower. Alright, lads and ladies, we are looking at a Phazon suit hunt with all other items. We can now borderline call this a Diggle seed. It really is just entirely dependent on where Phazon suit ends up being. Especially considering that to get to Varia, you had to go all the way around to PPC to Magmore to Phendrana to go all the way back around to Shorelines. A lot of you in chat are hoping Vanilla Phase-On, which, I mean, it could still be. That would make this a Diggle Seed. Especially since both of our runners have studiously avoided lower mines so far, especially in Diggle's case. Chapel of the Elders is nothing important. So I do believe we now have for Interslice Ice Ruins West. But with various suit in tow, we can now full clear Magmore. So Phase-On suit could be in Lava Lake for all we know. Minor scan mishaps there for Interslice, but no matter. Diggle politely asking the Sentry Pirate to get out of the way. Alright. 56 minutes in and we finally get to check Transport Tunnel A. And it has an energy tank, Vanilla. Actually, wait, no, that's not... Is that an energy tank in Vanilla? Or is that a missile? Sorry, having a mind fart there. That is Vanilla, and here's another energy tank in Warrior Shrine. Upper Fiery Shores has the artifact. Shore Tunnel has... I don't know what it was, but Interslice is going to get it. It is Phase-On suit. Locked by Varia, lads and ladies. Interslice is in go mode at 5702. And right after that, Interslice sees main power bombs. He is electing to pick them up. I don't blame him. That'll effectively eliminate any power bomb RNG for the rest of the seed. So yeah, I wouldn't call this a Diggle seed, but actually, if you theoretically went straight to mines after Frigate, you could be done fast. Diggle Varia, I think I could agree with, because you still had to go through mines, through Magmore Workstation to Ventrana. So I can still agree, at least partially, that it is a Diggle seed. Diggle's unfortunately still going to full clear the Ice Temple before Interslice gets main quarry. So yeah, folks, we may be looking at a race here, a real race here, as we come down on our last artifacts. Interslice shouldn't have to worry about powerbomb management anymore. I don't think he's going to pick up Ice Spreader at this point either. Interslice got Phase-On suit in Shore Tunnel about 2 minutes ago. So, indeed, Phase-On was locked by Varia. It was the last item in the logic chain. As it usually is, to be fair. But yeah, lower mines is barren. Upper mines really only had the artifact. That's about it. So yeah, folks, get some popcorn and be ready to chow down on some snacks. Here we go. Alright, Diggle's now going towards Magmore's, so assuming he goes straight towards Fiery Shores, is gonna get Phase on and his last artifact. And Interslice is actually about to pick up the main quarry artifact, so yeah, this is it's gonna be close here, folks. But yeah, theoretically, if either runner after Frigate had gone straight to mines rather than dip mid-Chozo, this seed would have been probably over a lot quicker, because the entirety of mid-Chozo was pretty much barren. Both runners are actually looking pretty hot on missiles. They're running both over 100. Oh no, Diggle fell. But he's gonna see the Phazon suit, and I don't think he's got a power bomb. He still doesn't have a power bomb. Prime 1 drop system, ladies and gentlemen. Bomb the Triclops, or pick main power bombs up. So yeah, Interslice is now going to go around Far Chozo to get back to Frigate Crash Site. That's going to be his way back. But yeah, Interslice doesn't have to go too far. So yeah, both runners, if they want to win this race, they got to punch it. But yeah, I think just based on positioning, because Interslice is about to get into Talon again, so Diggle still has to get the artifact, so Interslice, I think, definitely now has a position advantage. And that is artifact number 6 for Diggle. Both runners are in go mode. And Diggle's actually about to come up to the Twin Fires elevator, so yeah, I would say Interslice is only ahead by a couple of minutes right now. Now, both of our runners are currently equally equipped. The only difference is Interslice has more missiles. That's it. So yeah, while the seeds certainly came up Diggle with that early frigate dive, the long and winding road for Variasuit, and by extension Phazon, has turned the tide in Interslice's favor for the time being. So let's see how this goes as we go to our final bosses. Alright, Interslice has begun the Ridley fight. And now Diggle just has to deal with Artifact Temple loading times. And Interslice gets the boost. See if Diggle tries to get a flyby skip in Boost Ball, but it looks like he didn't go for it. And Interslice gets charged immediately. And then Ridley starts cooperating. Oh, flyby skips charged plasma, okay. Down goes Ridley for Interslice. Got charged at first, but made good use of it afterwards. Diggle starts off getting charged at, but gets the interception shot. And Diggle's RNG's looking pretty good so far. Let's see how this goes. He only needs, I think, one more cycle. And he nails it! Building up a significant extra chunk of time on Interslice. This is gonna come down to Exo, ladies and gentlemen. And Essence. And it is dead silent in the race time room right now, but I guarantee you that will change in about 5 minutes. So yeah, folks, when it comes down to something like to a race as close as this, everything matters. Every single skip, every single well-placed charge shot, every single Exo beam phase shift. I'm actually wondering if Diggle had actually picked up Ice Spreader, if there would be, if we'd be singing a different tune here. I don't think so, quite frankly, but, let's see how this goes, ladies and gentlemen. Interslice is breaking out that Wave Buster. Oh, Ice Spreader slower than Snipes. Fascinating. Makes sense, actually. Will somebody use Flamethrower and Power Phase? Let's see. That might be It might happen, but I think given how close this race is, I don't think our runners are going to risk it for the biscuit right now. For those wondering, Flamethrower was in Lower Ruin Shrine. So it was pretty darn free. Diggle getting a good snipe. And I do believe there is currently only about a 20... it is still less than 30 seconds apart between the two runners at this time. Interslice getting pretty good Exo RNG though right now, having Plasma, but Power Beam probably the more preferable run given the Super Missile circumstances, to be fair. Both runners doing a very good job preserving their health as well. Ooh, I don't think that snipe counted. And Interslice is down to sub-chamber 4, folks. Anything goes here. DiggleWrath got a lot of salvos in on that last plasma. Did get a snipe as well. Ooh, this is Wave. He might break out Wave Buster. Actually, kind of surprised he didn't, quite frankly. I think this is the last beam phase for Interslice. Oh, but he got swapped at the last second to Wave. And then gets swapped again to Power. Ladies and gentlemen, we have tie game on Exo. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to a 10-second gap in between the two runners as we go to the Essence fight. If you are not at the edge of your seat at this point, I do not know what will get you to the edge of your seat. Now, under the current rule set for this race, if our runners finish within 3 seconds of each other, it will be considered a tie. Ooh, Diggle got into position a lot faster with that first pool, folks. Next pool's down for Interslice. The pool cancels come out. Ooh, Interslice is missing a couple shots. This might come down to the bare minimum here. But it looks like, and I'm confirming with the race time, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie game. Interslice finishes with a time of 1:14:34. DiggleWrath 1:14:37. I am at a loss for words, folks. We will be getting these two in here for an interview, in no doubt. They're just taking a quick moment to calm down, I think. Diggly is just taking a quick second to calm himself, run to the bathroom, and then hopefully they will both be joined. I'm shaking myself.
Hey.
GG, Interslice. We gotta tell you, we were at the edge of our seats. Congrats to both you and Diggle for being the first tie in Prime Racing on SpeedGaming.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, so both of you, you both effectively took the same routes, just at different times. Diggle went to Frigate a lot earlier, but then did mid-Chozo later. And his last artifact was Fiery Shores, while yours was Main Quarry.
Did he do Fendrana before doing Mines at all?
No, he went to Mines first. He did Upper Mines, he full cleared Mines, Upper Mines, down to PPC. Only checked after PPC to Vent Shaft, which had Ice Spreader, but that was about it. But yeah, full Tracker C pretty much, though. Despite that, you finished in 1:14.
Yeah, my route was just bad up until I found Various Suit, and then I felt validated taking that route.
I'm so mad. I didn't want to do this again. I'm fine with losing, but tying, no.
Well,
so, wait, what happens now? Do we have to rematch, or?
Yep.
Yes, we do. Yeah,
Great.
you do.
Oh my god, I don't believe it.
So let me break down what effectively led to us getting to this point. So, Diggle, you dived Frigate very early, as basically the logic was screaming at you to do.
I can't believe I found 3 progression items in there.
Yeah, that was the most stacked Frigate I've ever seen.
I think I let out a scream like I was being murdered when I saw that plasma location, so thank God supers were right there.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, instead of the key under the mat, the key was inside the hat. But, so, what really ended up making this so close is that, Diggle, after you finished Frigate, you went and full cleared the completely barren mid-Chozo. Interslice did barren mid-Chozo first, then went Frigate. You did dipped mid-Mines, or low and upper and mid-Mines. Interslice did not.
Really?
But he had to put off Main Quarry to last as a result. So that's what cost him the few minutes it took to basically get you two tied back up at the end.
I see. So did you do very short heck run? Excuse me, heck run through Twin Fires Tunnel? Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I considered that, and I was like, I figured it would be I figured I was slightly closer to getting the artifact in Main Quarry, so I figured whatever. I can just route all the way through there, and then end up in roughly where I want to be to do Fendrana checks, which will then put me roughly where I want to be for Magmore.
Yeah, you both ended up taking the same route through Fendrana, full clearing Far Fendrana, full clearing labs to then going various suit. That various suit time, that various suit position was pretty troll though, because it was expecting you to go to PPC go to workstation, go all the way around Fendrana to go get that. So yeah, very late various suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was pretty much sure I had taken the worst possible route up until I found that Varia, and then I was like, hey, I might have a chance now.
Yeah, it really came down to, because Interslice, you went to Fendrana a lot earlier, but as a result had to go back from main quarry.
Yeah, I don't know why I left main quarry off so long. That was not the best choice.
Although, Diggle, how about that main power bomb spot, eh?
On the one hand, I hate it. On the other hand, it's like the best place it could have been if I was going to pick it up.
Yeah, Diggle had a little Interslice. Diggle had a little power bomb troubles trying to get Fiery Shores.
Oh.
Or Short Tunnel, rather, excuse me.
And Fiery Shores. I had 0. So on the one hand, I'm annoyed that I only found it then, but it did save my bacon.
Yeah, it gives you both effectively a second chance here. I got to tell you, chat loved every minute of that Exo and Essence fight, especially because that's really Diggle's actually caught up because of good final boss RNG, pretty much.
Really,
and
yeah,
good Exo snipes.
My final bosses were really bad, so I can't believe that happened. if I had just slipped up a little bit more, I would have lost.
Yeah. Alternatively, oh my god, now I'm just gonna be thinking if I had saved 6 seconds across the entire seed, I would have won. But
well. Yeah, especially my research lab Aether. I hope no one was watching for that. I hope you'll close your eyes.
I had trouble with that too. Until I was like, I was trying to get both E-tanks, and the pirates were being a massive troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of your Aether tunnels were pretty lousy. I mean, not strictly your fault. The pirates were pestering you.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, mine was completely my fault.
I cannot stop staring at your in-game times, by the way. You're both at 103.
Yeah.
What do you think about the artifacts in general? Spread out, but otherwise nice?
No, that Dynamo one was terrible. I had to triple dip Chozo because of it.
That's right. Yeah, Interslice, you
Chozo
for that one.
I got lucky, and yeah, that's one of the nice things about my route that worked out, is that Dynamo wasn't terrible.
It's also very funny because we've all been saying, how about plasma and biohazard containment for a change, and it finally happened with the key right next to it.
I was happy for that, at least. I was upset when I saw plasma, but then I calmed down a little bit when I found super.
At first, we thought it was grapple beam because we couldn't tell through the door, but
I made some angry shots.
Yeah, we saw it.
I screamed like someone who's being murdered. Let's talk about how terrible I am at hat. Unable to do the bomb jumps.
Yeah, that did take you a few seconds.
6 seconds, that would have won me the race. But that's literally everything about this seed now, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to want to watch this one back for sure.
Yeah.
But for the rest of you folks here, thank you again for joining us here on SpeedGaming 2 for this blockbuster match of the Metroid Prime Randomizer 2020 tournament. So, gentlemen, we do look forward to seeing your rematch in due time. But for our next expected race of the tournament, it will be tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Again, the Weakless Link 64 will be taking on Elias Thompson in the first, or I think actually that is the second round, the first round rather, of losers bracket. So that match will determine who goes to face Off 82 in loser. No, that will go on to face whoever ends up falling in your rematch.
All right.
But yes, with that said, folks, again, follow the runners because this has been a fantastic show for you here this afternoon. Like, I'm still shaking right now. I'm not lying. I'm still shaking right now how close that with how close that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one's gonna haunt me.
For sure. But folks, with that said, thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day / evening or other time appropriate point of the day for you, and we will see you next mission.
See ya.
I would have rather lost than tied.